It's day 4. Yay! You guys have done it. I'm so excited for you. I want you to know before we get into time blocking, I want to tell you that I really truly believe in you. I believe in you so much, and I know that you are capable of all the things, all the things that God has planned for you. Um, because he gives you all that you need, right? He gives you all that you need. So as you heal, as you become whole, right? You get out from under that place of darkness, of anxiety or depression, and you move into that place of uncovering your purpose, being clear and purposeful, and then finding the ways and taking the aligned action to make that vision come together. As this all happens, right? Like God is with you through the whole thing. He's using me as a messenger, but he is right there with you. He's got you covered, my friend. So I wanted to just give you that little bit of encouragement today, because as we progress, things are going to get a little bit harder because in disruption follows intention. I think I've said this before, but what that means is that when we make that decision, remember I talked about in day 1, you're deciding, you're cutting yourself off from other things. That's it. This is like, I'm doing this, right? I'm finishing this challenge. I'm doing this. I'm doing the exercises. When you do that, there is usually some kind of disruption that follows that. And that's why you have to have a crystal clear vision about why you're doing this, how you want to end up, where you want to end up. Because when that disruption happens, it's easy for people to say, well, this isn't working, I'm quitting. But I'm here to tell you, if that disruption happens or when it happens, it just simply means that you're on the right track, that you are going in the right direction. So keep it on, and don't worry about what's not working. Just start to focus on what is working. Okay. So time blocking is super, super important. And again, I talked about this in the Rooted and Rising course, I'm pretty sure. But if you haven't gone through that yet, then whatever, I'm going to talk about it briefly here. But any of these topics that I talk about on this 90-day challenge, if you need more on it, I went into more detail on most of these things inside that Rooted and Rising course, which is inside the classroom. So feel free to go check that out whenever you need to. But in the meantime, let's talk about time blocking. What is that? That just means you take your calendar or your day timer, whatever, even your Google Calendar, if that's what you use. I'm still a pen and paper girl, so I like to, write and color and highlight and do all the things. But if, whatever your calendar is, I want you to get something that you can highlight in. So, and what you want to do is you want to figure out what your most important things are to you. Like, what are your top priorities in your life? Is it, and actually, I'm probably going to put a template in here at some point about your top priorities, because I think it's important to get clear on that stuff too. So I'll just give you an example. This is just my example. You're going to have to find your own, follow your own. But for me, spending time with God, my relationship with him is the most important thing that I have. My relationship with my husband, my health, my family, my business, obviously. These are the things that are super, super important to me. And so I make sure that the things that are going to move those things in the right direction happen in every day. So I make sure that in my calendar, I have time for God. I know that's always going to be from, 5:30 or 5 or 5:30 till like 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning. I know that because I've done it for years and years and years. That's my time. Time, with my husband. I know, like, Friday nights, which is from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday is the biblical 7th-day rest. That's our time. That's our time together. And so Friday nights are usually where we have a date night or something, right? We don't go out. We watch a movie or we go for a walk or whatever. That's our time. And then my workout time happens first thing in the morning. After my devotion time, my workout time happens. And then my healthy breakfast and all this stuff happens, because that stuff has to get fit in. It has to, because if I wait till the end of my day, none of that stuff's going to happen. I'm going to be exhausted. My brain is going to be overwhelmed and fried, and I'm not going to get anything done. So that stuff has to happen. So what are the most important priorities in your life? Until I get a template put in there, write out some of the things that are super important to you, that your life is not fulfilled until you have them. Family, friends, spiritual stuff, health, like whatever the thing, make sure you write some of these things down. And then you're going to figure out, you got to figure out on your calendar, when am I going to spend that time doing that thing that's most important to me? When am I going to spend that time, right? When am I going to spend that time? And you want to have in your day, you want to have like, and in the beginning, I don't have to do this so much anymore because I know like it's so habitual to me now. But in the beginning, I did that. I said God time in the morning. I said, exercise time. And I colored them all different colors so that when I look at my day timer, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I got to do now. I still do the coloring. I still do that. If I've got an appointment for, like if I've got something to do for business, it's a certain color. If I've got something to do for church, it's a certain color. If I got something to do with my kids, my family, my husband, it's a certain color. So I still do that. So I know when I just briefly look, I'm like, oh, yeah, bam, 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 right? I know where I'm going. I know what I got to do. So time blocking is really, really important. So I highly recommend that you get some highlighters or some markers or something, and you get a day timer or a scheduler, and you really start to consciously focus on where your time is going. Because I would bet if you were like I used to be, time just vanishes and you don't even know what you did all day. And then you're like, well, I didn't get anything done that I want to do today. But you don't actually know what you did with your time. It's really important to pay attention because time expands when we focus on it. Like, so when we put all of our, like when we focus on the time that we have and the things that we need to get done, it's amazing how many of those things you'll get done. I promise you. I absolutely have seen it so many times. If I just let my day go all willy-nilly and I don't have a plan for it, it's amazing how fast you can waste time. It's just gone. You think, well, what the heck did I do today? I didn't do anything. But yet the time's all gone. So use it wisely. We only have 24 hours in a day, but I say we only have 24 hours in a day, but get this. We have 24 hours in a day. People, super efficient and productive people still only have 24 hours in a day. So it's not about having more time. It's about using it more wisely. So this is where we're going to start, time blocking. Because I want you to put time in for these videos. Put the time in. So I'm going to say put in 30 minutes a day. That time to watch the video, time to do the exercise, time to post it in the community. 30 minutes is all that should take care of all of it. And I bet you that's even high. I bet you can even get it done in a shorter time than that. But I want to say block in your calendar 30 minutes to get this stuff done. Okay? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.